dragon in your chart, anywhere in your chart, including the luck pillars, it's going to be a little difficult, no doubt. But the collateral damage will be felt by all, even those who do not have the dog and the dragon in their chart. Okay. However, through Chinese metaphysics, we're going to see how we can mitigate the ill effects by consolidating on the good that the month has to offer. Okay, every month, like any situation, will have good and bad. So we're going to consolidate on only the good. Okay, so before I begin, let me introduce to you the Geo Principles team. We have Richard, who will be talking about purple, white, and qimen. We
Hello,
do not
everyone.
have Rihanna. Sorry, Richard. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we did not have Rihanna today due to some prior commitments she is having. Okay, so she's going to be absent this month. And Feng Shui and Flying Stars for October and Bazi Navigation will be hosted by yours truly. I'm sure you all know my name. I'm Shibrata. So that's the way it's going to be today. Okay. So October 2024 is the Jiashi or Good Dog month and will kickstart on the 8th of October and will prevail till 7th of November 2024. And as you all know, this month is in conflict with the year. And definitely it's going to be a slightly challenging month. So let's see how each one of you will be treated this dog month and what kind of impact you as an individual can make. There are many things in our hands. That's what we call free will, right? So that's what. So now, before we begin, let me also inform you about the events that we did. Geo Principles, we started our events in September 2021. Many of you have been with us since a very long time. So these are the people, these are the events we've had, okay, thus far since 2021 September. Okay. And this is our daily guidance channel. Many of you have subscribed. And in case you haven't, in case you're new here and wish to subscribe, please look at this and scan this QR code and please subscribe. All right. There's somebody picked up, many people are trickling in. Right. So we start with the feng shui. Okay. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yes, you all know that in feng shui we have the San Yuan and the San He. Okay. San He is the land form feng shui, which is very, very interesting. It has everything to do with your environment, the mountains, the hills, that is, the rivers, the water bodies, okay, and the road, the incoming road, your neighbor's block, and so many other factors. So it's a very interesting thing. And this is what actually triggers the formulae, which is the San Yuan. San Yuan or Shui is, again, it's full of flying stars and purple white script. Okay, it has two bifurcations. One is flying stars, which is quite famed, very famous, and it also has the purple white script. Okay, now the lag form is what triggers the flying stars. So when we have a 5 or a 2 or a 9 or 1 or anything, they are merely stars. For them to get activated, you need to have a proper mountain. If you have the proper mountain, the roadways or the water bodies in the right place, then it's good. Okay, good or bad again depends upon the stars, what you have over there. But otherwise, the stars are merely stars. You need the landforms to trigger. All right, so that's the way. Next slide, please. And now, 4 factors affect feng shui. That is, one is time, the other is environment, people, and building. Time is, we all know time and tide wait for none. So whatever has happened or occurred 40 years back, 50 years back, will not remain the same. So any property or building will not undergo the same luck that it had 20 years ago or 40 years ago or many, many years ago. It is going to change according to time. That's why the time factor is extremely important in feng shui. So whatever is, so if a building or the occupants are going through ill luck, bad luck, that doesn't mean they will continue to undergo problems or challenges. Things can be better. Okay. So, and if you are on a very good run of good luck, so again, you be warned because things can change also for you. So it is like when you're going through a very good patch, very good time, I would say that you must stay for the rainy day. Okay. And when it is bad time, make use of other things like your feng shui, like your Bazi, adjust according to your Bazi and feng shui. We become more spiritual because nothing actually lasts forever. Then, as I said, we have the environment, we have the water bodies, we have the hills, we have the incoming roads, the gates where things are positioned. Okay. So these things matter a lot. Otherwise, stars just remain stars. And then we have the people. Why the people? Because people also come with a kind of luck. That is your Badsa. So if you're going through a bad patch, that is, if your luck pillar is not good, Feng Shui can still help you uh, go through that, can still help you and buffer you up. It can give you some kind of aid, some kind of help. Okay. So that's what feng shui comes here when your luck is bad. When your luck is excellent, when your luck is good, what you can do is you can still up your luck, you can still improve upon it through feng shui, through many good deeds, okay, by collaborating, by networking with people, networking with the right kind of people. It also talks about your investments, whether you must invest or not, what kind of people you must invest with. Okay, these are the things. This is called people luck. Then we have the building luck, which is again important where you place, whether you are in a landed property, in an apartment. Sabina, do you want to say something? Okay. So whether you're on a landed property or an apartment and what kind of a building, the shape of the building, okay, and where it is posited, the gate, the door, everything, and your internal feng shui, all these things come up under building. Okay. So these are the ways, the four factors make up feng shui, and these are the ways that the four factors impact human beings. All right. Next slide, please. I hope I'm audible to all. Yeah. So now
Yes.
what we're going to talk about is the flying stars, which we all know. Okay. And this forms a very important factor every month. This is not static, it is dynamic. We have the annual flying stars, we have the natal flying stars also, but we have the annual flying stars and the monthly flying stars, which are very potent or rather more potent. Okay. So this month, in the month of October, we are going to have star 6 in the center. Okay, so that indicates now, bad news first, I'm sorry about that, but that indicates road accidents, leg injury, and people rebelling against authority. So you could possibly see a lot of trade union problems. Okay, so you could see opposition parties and party members actually rebelling against the government. Somebody trying to argue with the CEO or the COO or the head of the company. Okay, and in smaller ways, you could probably see somebody rebelling against the police or somebody rebelling against the president or the chairperson of a building, a housing society, or your own community. There could be somebody rebelling. So these are the things you need to watch out for, especially if you are in a very responsible position, if you have assumed leadership. Okay, if you are a CEO or CEO of a company, or somebody with a very responsible position. So just watch out. Okay, and then we have in the Northwest 7 going to the Northwest, and it's all about soured relationships. Relationships are now going to be very nice and harmonious. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be a conflicting month, that is October, because it clashes with the year. Okay. The Grand Duke. So it is definitely going to be a challenging month. And upon that, we also have people rebelling against authority and also soured relationship between women. Okay, men are slightly better off. They will also encounter problems, but the hidden thing is there will be soured relationship between women. There will be a few sexual problems also, which could lead to health problems. Then we have in the West, the star eight going to the West, there will be bone and muscle related issues. Okay. So please, if you have your bone density is low, or you already have arthritis or spondylitis or many other bone related issue, you need to be a little careful. Okay. Go to a doctor. Do not neglect your health, because most of the time we think it's something very negligible, and we begin to neglect, and it could, it could be blown out of proportion, and probably even the doctors may not be able to handle it. So my advice to you is do not neglect your health. And children who occupy this room could get hurt, because we also have the five there. That is, we have the animal five already in the West, okay, and we have the eight over there. So children could also get hurt. So if you are still in the West now, let me tell you something, because last month we had somebody, okay, whose child fell sick, and quite sick, and I happened to. She is one amongst us. She is one of our members. So I happened to ask her the date of birth and everything, and the child is one, and she had put the child in the east where the five was, or rather is, because we're still in the U month, okay? So, and she lives in a landed property, it's not an apartment. So definitely the five is quite active. So, and the one, if you know that the one cannot take the five, the one is the worst affected. The six, the three, the seven, the four can still manage, can still handle the five, but not the one. So he is for one, and she had inadvertently put him in East. So if you have young children, especially till the age of 12, 0 to 12, I suggest that you immediately change their position, because they could get hurt in the West. And otherwise, also, especially if you are in a landed property, I would suggest that you avoid the West till February. Now, in the Northeast, we have the nine star nine, and there will be lungs and brain related issues. Okay, high BP. So people who have high BP, they already have high BP. Please be a little careful. Take your medicines on time. Do not neglect, and visit the doctor. And probably you could practice a little bit of mindfulness and meditation every day, because that is one of the easiest ways to lower your BP. And again, rebelling against authority. Those in authority, you're going to have a challenging time. So be a little mindful of what's happening. You start rebelling against you, or somebody just coming out of the blue and questioning you and asking you to change your methods. Okay. And there will be people who will be eager to make changes. Okay. So not all rebellion or need to rebel is bad. Sometimes we all need to change the old. The old needs to be changed and pave way for something new. So it is not entirely bad. So keep this in mind if you're dealing with somebody very young, if you're dealing with youngsters or today's generation and you're quite old. So I would suggest that you keep this also in mind, bear this in mind, and be a little more tolerant. Because sometimes it so happens the other person may not be right or wrong, you may not be right or wrong, but by lending your ears, okay, by being open to opinions, by being open to suggestions, a lot can be achieved. And sometimes the opposite party, even youngsters, could be right and we could be wrong. So it's always nice to, keep your ears open, okay, and listen to the other party, because something good could happen, some change for the better could happen. Okay. And then we have the one flying to the south. Now, this is good for salespeople, singers, okay, people who use their mouth for communication, but at the same time, there could be relocation also happening. People could be moving around a lot. There could be a lot of relocation happening, and there will be some kind of romance also. Okay, so be watchful. And in the north, we have star 2. That means property will be, there will be property appreciation, okay? And there will be land assets, land appreciation. There will be partnerships. So those in the property market, those in selling or brokerage or anything, you could expect some kind of change for the better, all right? Then in the southwest, we have 3 success for academicians. So people who are in academics, scholars, writers, it's a good time. Career advancement. So if you're working under somebody, there is a high chance that you could get promoted, or there could be some kind of advancement. Your efforts will be recognized. For that, of course, you need to work a lot. You need to put in your efforts. If you wish to be recognized, we all need to put in efforts, but it's quite possible that your efforts will be recognized and you will be awarded with a career promotion or advancement. Then in the East, we have 4, which again indicates academic or exam success. So if you have little children appearing for an exam this month, you could put them in the East. Okay. So, of course, there are other factors also to be considered, but you could put them in the East. Good for writers also. And again, it's good time for people who work under somebody, because it's quite possible that they will be promoted, right? And in the Southeast, we have 5. Now, let me tell you something. Southeast is going to be quite a dangerous sector this month, okay? Due to many reasons. One of the reasons is that we have star 5 there. And this could indicate accidents, bankruptcy, or ill health. Now, how do you need to be careful? Avoid the Southeast as far as possible, especially if you live in a landed property. Avoid the Southeast sector, because it is quite possible that your health will be affected and you will have to waste a lot of money in recouping health, in many other tests and everything. So that could lead to, um, you know, money issues, okay? And it's quite possible that somebody could meet with an accident because they will be impatient, and that could lead to bankruptcy. So the best thing is to avoid being in the Southeast, and the next best thing is to avoid renovation or tampering in the Southeast. Now, by renovation, I don't mean something really huge. Sometimes we inadvertently even drill a nail on the wall to put up a painting, to put up something else, and even that can affect. Okay, even that can be quite dangerous. So before you drill the wall, before you nail the wall, before you polish the floors, before you do anything over there, or even reshuffle furniture, I would suggest that you think twice. Remember where the 5 is. There are more reasons why the Southeast is going to be dangerous this month, and that's what we're going to look in the next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. So suppose this is your house. Okay. Now, in this house, we do not have Southeast. If you look at the floor plan, we do not have Southeast over here. So this family is slightly lucky. They are luckier because the Southeast is missing, all right? But if they are living in a landed property and there is some kind of renovation happening in the Southeast, okay? Maybe some gardening, somebody trying to uproot a tree or plant something over there, digging, drilling, anything, it will still affect. It will still affect. So you need to be a little watchful, okay? Another reason, apart from the 5 and the 2, 5 and the 2 is not a good combination. So apart from the stars being in the Southeast, we also have the Grand Duke. Okay, the Grand Duke of the year is in the Southeast this year. And this month, which is the month of October, we also have the month breaker in the Southeast. So it's not double whammy, it's going to be triple whammy. We've got bad stars over there. We have the Grand Duke, that is the year's Grand Duke over there, Southeast one. And we also have the month breaker over there. So it's going to be triple whammy. So I suggest that you be very, very careful with Southeast, okay? And Northwest is again going to be problematic. Why? Because we have the year breaker and the month's Grand Duke. Okay, year breaker is the dog. So that makes the Northwest very sensitive. And we also have the month Grand Duke, which is again the dog. So Northwest is again problematic. I would suggest that you can still be in the Northwest, but be very careful with renovations. No digging, no drilling, no nailing the wall, no shuffling furniture. Okay. And we have the three killings in the North. Once again, not a great sector, especially for children. You can be in the north, it's still okay, but not great if you want to renovate. Be very careful. Do not renovate the north. No drilling, no digging, nothing. All right. So, and then we have the 6-3 in the center, which is going to be not really great. It could lead to some kind of, problem with health, with injury. Okay. Those are the things we need to be careful about. And in the southwest, we have the 4 and 9, which again talks about changes, which talks about a lot of issues happening there, a lot of changes, which is not necessarily bad, and which we will be tackling in Purple White. All right. So this is clear, all of you. This is just a flow plan, an example of a flow plan. Okay. So next slide, please. Hi, Fabio. So we have Richard now who will be talking about purple white scripts. Okay. Richard, are you there?
Yes,
Ready?
I'm ready. Yeah. Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you for attending this month line. I'll be talking about the proper script chart for October month. So it's October 6th to, October 8th to November 6th. So I will, on this proper white chart, a few of the best sector will be like Southwest. We have the increasing hexagram. The flying star is 4-3, right? And we have the West, which is 9-8, traveling hexagram. And the Northeast, 1-9, accomplished hexagram. So these three sectors are the best sector among the rest for this month, right? So take note of these three sectors. I'm going to explain the three sector later or now. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Okay, Southwest combination is 4-3. Hexagram increasing, right? No doubt is increasing, right? You can increase your courage by removing the fear. So go to this sector, right? Remove the fear and be more courageable, right? If you want to overpower bullies, right? Again, this sector is good. And if you are using this sector, you can expect unexpected wins, right? Unexpected wins can be anything, not necessarily windfall, not necessarily windfall. It can be any circumstances that you would like to win, right? And also in this sector, you can go for victory against all odds, right? So if you are using this sector, right, go for the victory, right? Even though it is against all odds, right? So let's go to the next sector, Northeast, complete hexagram, right? Combination 1-9, combo of 10. So combo of 10, is good for collaborations, partnerships, right? Uh, you can create business deals, right? And also good for celebrations, especially held at this sector, right? Northeast sector, right? So now we go to the next slide, which is the West traveling hexagram combination 9-8. So if you have goals this month, wealth goals, then go to this sector. Is excellence for health, right? If you are working from home, right, you can be jovially earning money, right, from home through maybe online sales or right. And also you can make money through overseas project without going overseas. You can make money even from this by using this west sector. And if you were to start a new beginnings, right, go to this sector and the new beginnings, right, beginnings of business or new education, right, upgrade yourself, right. So these are the three best sector for this month. Now we go to the next slide, right? You see the slide here, 1-9, where we have a bathroom there. So it's quite wasted, right? But maybe we will use the sofa over there to do whatever it is that you're supposed to do, right? And the next one is southwest. Again, most of it is missing, but the bed placed there also can consider as using the sector. No doubt it is not complete, right? And the west 9-8, right? We have a complete sector there. So sleeping there or using there as your working desk, right? Working desk. This one is good for earning money, right? And also good for making money from overseas project. So these are the three best sector. Now we go to the next slide. Okay, it's Bazi navigation. Subrata, are you there? Subrata?
Yes, Richard. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So, I just want to remind all of you that we shall be taking questions, okay, later. That is after Richard completes his qimen. And there is also one more announcement that I wish to make on people who have Bazi Q&A, okay, people who wish to address or rather get their questions and doubts cleared. On the 8th of October, we're going to have a Bazi Q&A. So do keep a watch on the Telegram channel. Everything, the details will be given over there. That is on the 8th of October, we're going to have a Bazi Q&A. So if you have any questions, I suggest that you write and keep so that you can get these addressed on the set date. Okay. So now we're going to go with the Bazi navigation. Look into your chart. I'm sure most of you will be having your Bazi downloaded, your birth details downloaded, your 4 pillars downloaded. So look for a dragon. If you have a dragon anywhere in your chart, definitely it's going to be a difficult month, okay? Because the year is in conflict with the month and vice versa. So avoid commencing anything new. Now, this is more applicable to those who have a dog and a dragon in their chart and even for others because it's going to be a slow moving month and the collateral damage will be felt by all because this is like a clash of titans, okay? So there will be a lot of movement. People will be relocating, people will be moving here and there. So there is a lot of movement. And people with chest or back pain, okay, or sciatica or leg or feet issues, please do not ignore the pain. Or even if you do not have these, keep a watch because it's quite likely that there will be something could trigger off and there will be leg or feet issues, sciatica or chest or back pain. Do not neglect it. I know it's going to be for a month for many of us. For others, it's going to be an ongoing thing, but I suggest that you do not neglect it. All right. So next slide, please. We have the snake, and luckily, it's going to be a neutral month for the snake. If you have a snake anywhere in your chart, it's going to be neutral. But now, this for further things, we need to look at the entire chart. Okay, so for further details, we will need to look at the entire chart. But per se, the snake will have a slightly easier month because nothing eventful happening. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide. I think there's a problem. Banjeet, next slide, please. Banjeet, please, next slide. Okay, we go through the horse. The horse is going to have a slightly better time. Do you want to wait for the slides or is it okay if I start? Is it okay if I continue or do you want Banjeet to flash the slides? Just a second. I too would be having the slides. 1 second. People with a horse will have a slightly better time, but people with a horse must use the time wisely. Okay, they must try to collaborate with people, network with people, mingle with a lot of people. That is very essential because if you do not network, if you do not mingle with anyone, then it's not going to be of any use. All right. 1 second. I'm sharing the slide. Sorry for that. So can you see my screen, all of you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, all of you can see? Yes. So
Mm.
if you have a horse anywhere in your chart, now there is going to be financial luck for water day masters, that is run and pay day masters. Okay, and it is a good month for socializing. So excellent time to network, collaborate, and partner with others. Good for joint ventures. Okay, so do not allow the month to just pass. If you have a horse anyway, just go out, mingle with people, socialize with people, party with people. Do not decline parties. If you cannot invite others over to your place, if you cannot, take the initiative and call people home, you could join others. So do not decline invitations. You have an invitation for a wedding, for a party, for any other thing, go. Do not decline. You never know what lies ahead. You never know who, you'd really never know whom you would be meeting and what kind of collaborations could occur. You would really never know. So please go for it. All right. Now, we have the goat. If you have a goat anywhere in your chart, again, it's going to be a challenging month. You could feel cornered. So avoid over promising, okay? Because you're going to underdeliver. It's quite possible that you do not or you are uncomfortable saying a no. It's quite possible, right? We feel a little embarrassed or we think of all the times when somebody has done something good to us. So we feel a little uncomfortable saying a no. But sometimes that no is the most valuable and priceless no. All right. If you aren't comfortable with something, I would suggest that you say, be frank about it. And if you're working under somebody or working for somebody or working with anyone, it's not just for, even if you're working with somebody, um, pull up your socks, work a little harder. Do not promise something which you cannot deliver. So suppose you think you're going to deliver something, you have to deliver something, all right? Give them a date which is prolonged. So maybe you could say 31st of October and give them your work, submit to them on the 25th itself. Okay. So if you have to submit something, you need to complete something. Give them the date 31st of October and ensure that you finish and give them the finished and completed task by the 25th of October. Because this way you are going to build more goodwill. People are going to be happy with it. Okay, that's one way of tackling this. And tie up loose ends. So if you have been thinking of doing, completing things, okay, if you've been postponing and procrastinating, then this is the month you must complete your task because it's quite possible that you will be pulled up. It's also quite possible that you will be held accountable. All right. So we don't want
This
that
is a
to happen.
goat
So
slide,
better do that.
Subrata. Is this a goat
Con-
slide?
yes, the
Goat
goat.
slide. Ah,
Yes,
okay. They
this
want
is
to
a
see the
goat.
goat slide.
This is a goat.
Mm, mm.
Can you see the goat? You can see the goat, right?
Now only.
Only now? Okay.
Mm.
So as I
Yes, we
said, it's
can
going to be a
see
challenging month.
Subrata.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Vita. And you will feel
Yes, it's
cornered.
okay. It's okay
Avoid.
now. We can see the slides.
Mhm.
Weren't you
Mhm.
able to see it before? No?
No.
Yes, you can. You
Okay.
please repeat because went a bit.
Yes. So if you have a goat anywhere in your chart, then this month is going to be a little challenging because it's quite possible that you will feel cornered. So if you must say a no, say. Do not feel embarrassed, okay, to say a no. Do not feel awkward. Say a no if you must. Avoid overpromising. Or rather, if you have to submit something on, say, the 31st of October, or you have to deliver something, give them a prolonged time, give them leeway. So you could say, I'm going to submit this on the 31st of October, and you could actually submit on the 25th itself. Because this way, nobody's going to pull you up. You are going to establish goodwill. All right. So this is one way of tackling. And it's better if you tie up loose ends. If you've been procrastinating, you've been postponing things, you have been, thinking of doing things later, then you could get pulled up, you could be held accountable. So it's wise to finish anything that you have left incomplete. All right? Finish anything that you have, just tie up loose ends. That's what you are supposed to do. Okay?
Okay.
Can you see the monkey here? Or should I share the
Yes.
slide again?
Yes,
You
Yes.
can
the
see the
slide
monkey?
is.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So if you have a monkey anywhere in your chart, wealth luck for fire day masters, romance luck for some fire day masters. Okay. Fun for joint ventures, partnerships, collaborations, and networking. Okay. So if you have a monkey, do not idle away the time. Make use of the month by interacting with people. Do not decline invitations. Go out, mingle with people, form partnerships, form collaborations, and network with people. You would never know what the month could come up with. It could be a long-term partnership also. All right? Now, going to the rooster. Can you see the rooster?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Yes. So if
Yes.
you have a rooster, again, wealth luck for fire day masters, ideal month for networking, joint ventures, and collaborations. Take care of your well-being because it's quite possible that you may meet with minor mishaps. Okay, so be a little careful. Beware of betrayal also. Somebody could betray you. So avoid trusting anyone too much just for a month. That doesn't mean we all should be suspicious, but it's still wise to lock your car, right? Sometimes it's wise to lock your car and also trust in God. So this is what you should be doing if you have a rooster anywhere in your chart, right? So proceeding with the dog. Again, it's going to be a difficult month because it's going to be a clash of the titans with the dragon and the dog clashing with each other. It's going to be a huge conflict, okay? So avoid commencing anything new because the collateral damage will be felt by all. Even if you do not have a dog or a dragon anywhere in your chart, the collateral damage will be felt by all universally. So avoid commencing anything new this month. Okay. There will be a lot of movement. And there will be chest and back pain, sciatica, leg and feet issues, and even digestive issues. So if you are already undergoing these pains and aches, it's wise to consult the doctor. Do not neglect it. And if you haven't still, if you are still fine, then take care of your health, because you'd never know. So please take care of your health. Okay. Proceeding to the pig, it's going to be neutral. If you have a pig anywhere in your chart, it's going to be neutral month, meaning it's largely quite uneventful till we need to look at the chart. Okay. Now, rat is also neutral. If you have a rat anywhere in your chart, it's going to be quite uneventful and neutral. Again, as I said, before I pronounce anything, we will need to look at your chart. Okay. Ox. It's going to be a stressful month. The stress could be produced by others. Okay. It could be stressful inside your house, maybe some boring party, something happening with others, which is going to affect you. Somebody quarreling and it could affect you. And now you may feel cornered. So avoid promising anything to anyone. If you think you cannot deliver something, okay, extend the period, extend the delivery period, and try to complete and submit work before time. Okay, give the extension. You may feel cornered. So if somebody asks you something and you feel embarrassed or awkward, just give them some explanation. Sometimes it's wise to say a no. Okay. It could be as simple as somebody trying to take your time, somebody wanting to come home and have a chat with you, or somebody wanting you to come with them shopping or for a movie, and you have work to do. And you feel quite awkward to say no to them because that person has helped you before. So, but still, I would suggest that you must say a no, be tactful. You need not be aggressive, but be a little assertive, say tactful, present or rather give a proper excuse and tell them that you would be compensating for this another month. Say that you're extremely busy and that you would love to go with them somewhere, but you need to tackle other issues. And I'm sure if he or she is a close friend or relative, they would understand. And again, tie up loose ends. So if you have been procrastinating, if you've been postponing things, this is a month that you must finish your task, okay? Because you could be held accountable, right? So that is for the ox. Then we proceed to the tiger. Can you see the tiger, all of you, in my slide?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
you will enjoy better luck if you have a tiger anywhere in your chart. Then you will be luckier than the rest. Okay. Wealth luck for water masters, romance luck for some water masters. So what do you need to do? You have luck. Okay, you're going to be luckier than most others. You're going to have wealth luck also. You're going to have romance luck also. But for that, you need to network, you need to partner, you need to opt for joint ventures. Okay, so somebody is out there, a new colleague has come and she's a pretty girl. But if you are going to be shy and uh, if you're going to think twice before dating her or asking her out, probably there's somebody else, maybe with a tiger, who will ask her how out, and you will lose on that. So go, smile, appreciate her, praise her, win over her. Okay. So this is not just romance, it could be partnerships, joint ventures, anything to do with business also. So meet and greet, take the opportunity to get to know the other person, introduce yourself, say what you do, ask them what they do, and how you can be of help to them. And in no time, you would have collaborated with them. Okay, so that's what you need to do. You can't be lying idle with that kind of luck. Now, proceeding with the rabbit, can you see the rabbit in my slide?
Yes.
Yes, all of you? Yes.
Ye-
So again, wealth luck for Water Day Masters, romance luck for some Water Day Masters, good for networking, partnerships, and joint ventures. So as I said, go out, meet and greet, invite people home. If you cannot do that, do not decline invitations. If you cannot even join somebody for a party, I would suggest that if you have an office and you have a water cooler, go be there. Be there for a slightly longer period of time because that's the place where people congregate. So you could introduce yourself, you could just smile and be a warm person. You could try to be friendly, strike up a conversation. Okay. So you would never know you may end up collaborating with that person, right? So that's it with buds and navigation. Now we have Richard with qimen, and as I said earlier, we will be tackling all the Q&A after Richard finishes. Richard, are you there? Ready?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone again. I'll be talking about the qimen chart for October month, October 8th to November 6th. So everyone who knows qimen, please type your comment. What is wrong with this month chart? What do you see in this month, October month qimen chart? Anyone who knows qimen? Fabio? Fu Yin,
Yes,
yes.
Fu Yin
Fu
chart.
Yin, yeah.
Fu Yin chart, yes.
Fu Yin chart. So, as you all know, Fu Yin means double the effort. Double the effort. Whatever your goals are, repeated effort. And also, you have to repeat a lot of times because the year chart also Fu Yin, a Fu Yin chart. Annual also Fu Yin chart. Now, this is a month. So, seems like most of the things are stagnant. Most of the matters are stagnant. You agree, Fabio?
Yes,
Most
yes.
of
Yes.
it's like maybe the world is a bit stagnant. Nobody is giving way, right? But anyway, Fu Yin chart means the one who make the first move will be at a disadvantage. The one who makes the first move, right? So those who know qimen will focus on the deity. Like in Northwest, we have Chief. If your destiny palace is in Northwest, so Chief is visiting your destiny palace. So beside manifesting or commanding your deity, you can command the month, the year also, which is moon. This month is Chief. So you can command three deity, your own guardian destiny deity, the year annual, which is moon, and Chief for this month. You can connect with Chief and command the Chief to help you achieve your goals or guide you, whatever, right? Or maybe help you to find a nobleman, right? For this month. So at North now we have nine heaven. Again, nine heaven you can connect to nine heaven, right? So nine heaven is about vision, right? Visionaries. And things can happen fast, but you must visualize first before you command the nine heaven. Think of that your plans already succeeded and you are celebrating. After that, then you manifest to nine heaven that all things will work out well as planned. Right? So you do a vision first, vision that you already have succeeded. Then you command the nine heaven. Now in northeast we have nine earth. Nine earth is it's also considered a well star, right? Moreover, inside this palace is all well star, ambassador star, life door, right? Is all well star. So when come to wealth, you can back to nine earth for better health, wealth situation. I think for health also should be better. Night Earth is also a healing star. Can be used for healing. Command the Night Earth to heal you each day, or command the Night Earth that you want a better health each day, right? So we have a annual chief there, so you can command to your destiny deity, the chief annual, and this monthly Night Earth, right? So now we go to east sector, which is the tortoise. Now tortoise, you can command the tortoise to help you in your Chinese metaphysics studies, right? Tortoise is having to do with Chinese metaphysics, right? Tortoise is more or less like a mysterious art. But then if you want to, let us say, influence someone, you can use this tortoise, right? For this month, you can command the tortoise. Okay, you try to influence person to change his decision, right? Or change his opinion, right? So you can command the tortoise, right? And the next sector is southeast tiger. Tiger is aggressive, strong energy. So if you are doing your Chinese metaphysics studies and you need energies, or you're doing your work and you need a lot of energies to complete it, so you go to this. I mean, provided your destiny palace is southeast, you can command the tiger for more energies in helping you to complete your studies or give you more energy to concentrate, right? This is for destiny in southeast palace. And the next is south. South, we have the harmony, right? No, not yet. We haven't complete. Go back one slide. Yeah. South, right? Harmony deity is actually good for, relationships, right? So you have a relationship issue, back to harmony, help you to connect, right? Or you got a business deal, you can ask harmony to connect you to the right people to close the business, right? And next one is moon. For moon, you can command the moon for wisdom. Wisdom in increase your wisdom, right? For this month, increase your wisdom, right? For whatever, maybe studies, or you need to solve any issue, right? Or wisdom to find a better doctor to have your health cure faster, right? And the last one is snake. So snake is more or less you can command the snake for your intuition. If you are doing a consult, right? You can command the snake to give you the intuition to able to predict or do a better forecast, accurate forecast. You can command the snake, right? And also those who have snake in their destiny at the west, if you are required to do extra work or overtime work, do continue do the extra work or overtime work. Because with snake visiting your destiny palace, you might be having sleeping issues sometimes. That's why you try to tire yourself at work, then you have no issue sleeping. So this is my explanation for the October month qimen chart. Now we go to the two of the best sector. Next slide, please. Okay, South sector. This one need not have to be your destiny palace. You can use this sector by backing to the sector, right? Backing to the sector. Let us say if you want to help to catch criminals, if you are a policeman or police force, right? You back to this sector. From this sector, then you set out to go and catch the criminals, right? You can do a manifestation first, right? Do a manifestation first that you want to catch these criminals back to the south, right? Then set off from the south, right? If you want to expand a business, right? Again, back to the south. Or you're going for a long business trip, right? Or maybe if you want to send sales teams out there, right? Back to the south first, then set off from there. Set off from the south, right? So if you are, let's say, expanding a business, again, right? You can back to the south there and then go towards expanding the business, right? And also, if you want to turn evil to fortune, so back to the south to do your manifestation and then try to turn the evil to fortune or opportunities. So this is the south sector. The activities for south sector. Now we go to the next sector. Next slide, please. Northeast. Okay, northeast sector. So you can, if you want to fool your enemy that you are more powerful, you want to gain that psychological, power, you will back to northeast. Back to northeast, regardless your competitor at the north. You just have to go to the northeast sector, right? If cannot, then just back to northeast sector, right? To try to fool your enemy that you are much better, right? And they don't know of your next move, and so you can maybe get the business contract, right? And this sector also good for personal development. So you back to the sector, right? To improve your personal development, improve your attitude, skills or physical strength, right? And this sector, if you want to attack the enemy in the dark, you back to this sector and attack from this sector towards whichever the enemy is. This is in the dark or secretly you want to attack the enemy. You back to this sector, then set off. And also from this sector, you can create delusive message, right? To mislead the rivals, to mislead them So they don't know what are you planning, right? Like in case of a competition, or maybe the competitors in a business deal, right? So these are my explanation for this northeast sector. Next slide, please. Okay, supercharge yourself. Next slide. Okay, these 2 dates is for confidence. Confidence also means courage. Courage to ask a date from a new colleague, from a new friend, new girlfriend, right, or boyfriend, right? Courage to ask promotion or pay rise from your boss, right? Or the confidence to complete a impossible task, right? So you can back to the direction on, 9th of October, southwest, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Right? And 23rd October, back to southeast, 11 a.m. to 12:59 p.m. If you want to send out your resume, you can back to this direction and time also, then send out your resume. If you're going for interview, try to get this time, then go towards southwest on the 9th or southeast on the 23rd. Go towards southwest or southeast. If your house to the interview office is not southwest, then you have to make a diversion. Go to a place for maybe at least half an hour. Then make sure that place to the office is southwest. Proceed towards the southwest. This will enhance your chances of the getting the job offer, right? And also these directions are good for wealth related, anything to do with wealth. Right? You can back to direction, manifest, then proceed towards the direction. Proceed towards the direction. Okay, this is my explanation for this confidence. Next slide, please. Inner bliss. Okay, inner bliss is also meaning green dragon. Flying bird fall into cave. Now, flying bird fall into cave is like opportunity can fall into your lap, and then success is actually easier. Success is easier. So on this date, 9th of October, back to south, right? 1 p.m. to 2:59 p.m. 21st October, back to south again, 9 a.m. to 10:59 a.m. So you back to the direction or sector, do a manifestation, and then if you were to start your activities, also back to this direction, south. But if your activity is between 1 p.m. to 2:59 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 10:59 a.m., back to south manifest, and then, go towards south, to do your activities. Again, back to south, and then go towards south to do the activities, right? So this is for inner bliss. It's also good for wealth-related goals. Wealth-related goals. And if you were to set up a temporary counter, right? So the cashier should be in this sector, south, the cashier, between this time. After that, you can just leave it there throughout the whole event. whole day. Right? Place it at the south. Right? Flying bird point to cave is especially good for wealth, especially good for wealth related. Right? So this is my explanation for inner bliss. Next slide, please. Charisma. Charisma means Jade Maiden watching the door. So Jade Maiden watching the door, we all know that it is especially good for relationship, interpersonal relationship, connecting to families, colleagues, and other people if you need to, right? So on 9 October, back to Northwest, 5 p.m. to 6:59 p.m. 4th November, back to Southwest at 11 a.m. to 12:59 p.m. So you back to this direction manifest. Then when you are doing a connection, also back to this direction, right? If you are doing a connection between all this timing, then you should back to the Northwest or the Southwest, right? To do the connection or to pacify someone who is angry, right? And it's best for connections, right? You can even connect to some people that you are having relationship issue for a long time. You can use this time to make a slight connection. After that, things will go a bit smoother each day, right? So these are my explanation for charisma. Now, next slide. Okay, everyone can take a screenshot of the dates and you can scan the QR code to join our daily guardian channel in Telegram. So whatever events we have, it will be posted there. And the qimen Q&A is not the 8th, it should be on the 9th. Sorry. Sorry everyone, it is on the 9th of October. Q&A. Bazi Q&A. 9th of October. Right. I'm from Singapore, so for Singapore time will be, will be 8:30 p.m. India will be, 6 p.m. Right.
7 p.m., Richard, but closer to the
7
date,
p.m.
Banjit will be announcing on Inner Circle, in the Telegram channel.
Okay.
And also, we would like to inform you that Black Rabbit dates will not be given this month, okay, because Rihanna has, due to some prior commitments, she will not be able to give. So you will have to wait till November. That is for the subscribers. We're talking about people who subscribed for their personal subscription. You will be getting the Bazi videos, but then Black Rabbit dates for October, we will be skipping that. Right? So have you taken the screenshot, the snapshot for this? The qimen? All of you? Hi, Ima,
Yes.
how are you?
Yes.
Okay. So what questions do you have?
Yeah. You can stop sharing. Yeah. Anyone have any question? Hello, Sari.
Sir, why
Hello,
snake is,
Carmen.
Richard,
Yeah.
why snake is no good for sleep?
Snake
Yes,
is
Fabio, could you just
not
come again? Okay.
snake is not no good. Snake is good for asking intuition. But once you have intuition, sometimes you might have problems sleeping because your mind is active, very active. When you have intuition, your mind can be active. So your
Okay.
sleeping time might differ. Instead of sleeping at 11, you might have take up to 2 or 3 a.m. then you doze off. So it's better that you do some work, tire yourself out in the daytime, right? Right. Of course,
Okay.
if you really have issues sleeping, then look for curly items in the room, in your bedroom. Curly items, curly wire, curly ropes, curly.
Your
Anything curly.
cables and your wires, anything that
Uh,
is like a rope, like a snake,
even if it's a
and
creeper plant, even if it's a
creeper
creeper
or a
plant.
vine, you need to be careful.
Mm,
Probably you could
mm.
remove it from that room. And it really happened because it was a time, I think last year I had this difficulty in sleeping for quite some time. And it was Richard who just asked, do you have a cable wire or a, maybe a creeper or a vine? I had both. And then I got them removed. And I think that night it was better for me.
Right. Mhm. So someone asked about water placement on the night. Who said that water placement on the night? Subrata?
Who is it? Yes? Water placement on the, no, not about water placement on the 9th of October. No, it's not going to be water placement on the 9th unless you have been given a particular date by one of us. But we're going to have the Bazi question and answers, that is Q&A session on the 9th.
Yeah.
Right? Closer
Bazi
to the
Q&A.
date, we will be posting the link to the event, But water placement on the 9th of October, no, unless you've been told to by one of us. Yes, anybody else with any questions? What do you have for us? Any questions? Sabina, Fabio, sorry. There's another FS practitioner said. Okay, but we aren't really sure and we cannot comment on that because why and what the other practitioners said is something we will not be aware of. So it's better if you ask them. Maybe, they have looked into the house, your floor plan, your chart, and we will not be having any idea about it. iPhone, that's for you. Anything else, Sari, Fabio?
Sandra asking there will be any
Okay.
recording. Any recordings. It will be uploaded to YouTube, right?
Okay, people want to look at the recordings, you have to go through YouTube. It will be uploaded quite soon. So just keep a watch and you will get. Why is my face reflecting on Clifford limb screen? Can you see that? Clifford limbs, can you see his window? And my face is reflecting there. Anyway, so what questions do you have? Everything is clear? All of you? Sari would like to ask something? Okay. Fabio, Sabina, Warren, Vinya Danting? Or is everyone afraid because it's a conflicting month? Every year we have some month conflicting, right? Yes, yes, Richard, there's a question for you.
Yes. Great even about everything. About time and
Welcome,
expertise.
Sandra, our
Namaste.
pleasure.
Yeah. Welcome, Sandra. So iPhone, what question do you have for me? Backing versus actually being in the sector. When you have the sector, then you can back to it. And also the direction, you have both. Sometimes you don't have that sector, you are outside, nowhere. Then you just back to the direction. Back to the direction. Right. If you want to do your activity, you can back to the direction, then turn around and then proceed towards the direction. Right. Like you back to south. Yeah. Can I sit in the south and back to northeast? Uh no, because the activities is for south. You come back to northeast, it will be a different activities, right? For northeast, right? If your destiny is in the south, or in the northeast, then back to south. Still possible, right? If your destiny palace is northeast, then you back to south. Same for west, right? So if your destiny is at the west, you go to the west sector, then you back to south. Right. Did I answer your question, iPhone?
Well, I'm
Sitting in
making
the
tea,
south
sitting in the sun.
and facing southwest. You mean on 9 October? The dates that are given to you. Is it? Yes. If you are making deal, you back to sitting the south and facing southwest. Yeah, you can do that. Backing northeast, yes, and also now. Yeah, you can do that. Now I understand what you mean. Yes. Yeah, backing northeast. Correct. Yes. Correct. Right. Whichever sitting in south. Not necessary. You can back to south. If you don't, if it's an open area, you cannot be, yeah, and facing southwest. Correct. But if you are sitting in south, it should be a sector already or area. That means if you find a restaurant, the south area, you sit there, then you face southwest, right? If you are sitting, right? Facing your destiny palace, or is it other way? Other way, backing to your destiny palace. Backing to your destiny palace. So iPhone, if you are making the deal there, right? But what time will be the deal done? On which date and what time? Right? Let's say if it's on the deal is on the 9th,
What
right?
time is it? You
Yeah.
muted?
You
Unmute
must
yourself or
make sure the time and the date is according to Green Dragon
Hi,
Return
can you hear me?
or yes.
Hi, sorry, I've been having technical problems. So
It's okay,
my
yeah.
my main question was sitting in the south location, facing
Yes.
southwest, but the chair back faces northeast. So you got southwest and northeast. You got that line, but you're in the south
Uh-huh.
sector.
Mm.
Isn't that energetically still in alignment? I think so.
Yes, if the
Because
alignment is southwest and northeast.
it's
Yeah.
not always the location, from what I understand. It's also the
Yes.
directions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
direction.
exactly.
The direction is for your activities.
Well,
For your
what I'm
activities.
saying is like the northeast in my home is a
Mm.
bathroom.
Oh,
So,
yes.
right.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's a bathroom in the northeast.
Mm.
But the northeast is also my good direction. But
Is it your destiny
Mhm.
palace northeast?
No,
No, right?
southwest is my destiny palace.
Oh, southwest is the destiny palace. Okay.
But everything has been flowing from sitting in the south sector, facing southwest, backing
Mm.
with the chair, sitting or standing in the northeast.
Yes.
I mean, I've made some amazing deals this year already. I'm just
Yeah,
saying that
this
Mhm.
month you can do the same. Can back to
stay
southwest and
stay the same course.
yeah, and face northeast, because northeast we have all the well star over there plus live door. So you're facing live door. Definitely there will be a deal. Definitely there will be a deal done throughout the month. There will be deals done. It depends how many deals you have.
Well,
A lot.
I've planted seeds with several companies for this one
Mhm.
sale.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be 5 or 6, like what you were saying, knowing the
Mm.
competition.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. That's my question. Thank you.
So you do the same. Back to southwest, facing northeast during the
Oh, so
business deal.
back southwest,
Yeah, back southwest.
face northeast, but I can be in the south sector, correct?
You can. Yeah. South sector is your Destiny Palace.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. You can do that. Mm.
Okay. Thank
Right.
you.
So Vinod is backing to northeast for qimen. Right. Backing to
Mhm.
northeast. If you are going to activate confidence or want confidence, again you back to like this month 9 October is back to south, right? And then southwest. Then you also have to proceed towards southwest. If this is about closing a business deal again, right? Go towards southwest, right?
Emma, it
At
will
the
be on
time,
their YouTube. Sorry, Richard, you've not finished.
it's finished. I'm finished. Yes.
Okay. Emma wanted to know because she missed the earlier part of the webinar. Emma, you can, because this will be uploaded on YouTube, so you could go through that. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Every
anyone
month it will be
else with any
uploaded.
questions?
Every month it will
Yes.
be uploaded. Right. Mm. So those who have signed up for the subscriber, you have additional information, additional dates on what to do, right? Like asking favor from boss, right? We have extra dates there for qimen and also Bazi, right? Subrata.
Yes.
Mm. Only that this month we don't have Black Rabbit dates.
Yes.
Right.
And please, again, a gentle reminder, on the 9th of October, we're going to have the Bazi Q&A. Details will be posted, so keep a watch on the Telegram channel. Okay, so closer to the date, we shall be sharing the link also. So if you have any questions in Bazi, please note them down and get it addressed. All right. So that's it. No one with any more questions?
No question. We will see you at the event 9 October
All right.
and 16, 17, 18. Right. Another big Bazi event.
Yes. On 16th, 17th, and 18th of October, please mark the date because we're going to have Bazi event and it's going to be very interesting and quite different. Okay, so please mark the date. Welcome, Vinodji.
Welcome, Vinod.
So I guess we should wrap up now because nobody has any questions. It's okay,
Yeah,
Ma,
no
no
question.
problem. It will be every month, it will be uploaded on YouTube.
Mm. So no question. We shall wrap it up. Welcome everybody. Welcome Ima. Welcome Kaman.
Welcome, Vinya. So